we have a very special guest, Leon Van Kranenberg. As you can see, Leon is founder of Sacred DNA Keys, and the background we're using today is Leon's creation. And so today, Leon is gonna guide us through a special meditation. So with that, I'm gonna share my screen to share the image, and I will hand the spotlight over to you, Leon. Thank you for joining us today. And here.
Oh, thank you all. This is a true blessing. And as I mentioned a little earlier, I had the intent of sharing a video, which is an experience that Amy and I had on the sacred Indian Toltec mounds in Arkansas. She, myself, her business partner, Donald, and his friend at the time had an incredible experience in which we spent 2 days over the crystalline fields in Arkansas. And everything that we did was amplified beyond our imagination. The structure that I'm going to ask you folks to do is built over the flower of life, which you're observing the picture in. And so just take a moment just to absorb that flower of life and take a picture of it and place it in your mind's eye. And as we're doing that, let's just breathe in slowly through your nose and out through your nose. And in this breath, we're doing a divine cleansing breath. So we're cleansing the area of any energies that don't serve the aspirations and the intent that we have for this gathering. So we just allow all unwanted energies to evaporate into nothingness, not to harm anything or anyone. And the experience that Amy, Don, and I forget Don's partner's name, we sat in a area on the Toltec mounds, and I want you to visualize yourself, and we had our knees placed together, so we actually formed a hexahedron between the four of us. And within the center of this hexahedron, we're going to invite a toroidal field that's going to amplify and magnify all that is done today. And I'm also asking the company of heaven to join us in amplifying and magnifying our intent for peace, harmony, compassion for all life. So if you just raise your palms up and just invite the company of heaven into this session. And feel the vibration coming through your hands into your being. So now we're going to use a little of our imagination. We're going to construct what I was channeled to draw from the experience we had with the Toltec mounds. And it's based on the precise dimensions of the Pyramid of Giza. So imagine a pyramid in the center of the flower of life that you've captured in your mind. And we're going to open up this pyramid. So we're going to have 4 sides of the pyramid lay open. And we're tapping into the healing fields of the pyramids. And in the structure of these healing fields, we are also creating, circling the square, which is opposite to what all of science and mathematicians wanted to do. They squared the circle. And I was given the precise dimensions of this opened pyramid, which resulted in a structure that is profound. And we're sharing the video link with each of you, so I encourage you to watch it after this session, and that will solidify the intent behind the structure that we're building. We can build the structure around anything. For this session, I'm going to invite us to build this structure around the earth. And so we can imagine an octahedron structure that is encompassing the entire earth. And that toroidal field from that octahedron structure is bringing in peace, harmony, joy, compassion, humility, grace, gratitude, and above all, love for all life. And it is us as way showers, light workers, to radiate that love and light to all our brothers and sisters. And the company of heaven is expanding that love and light and sharing it with all humanity. And I ask specifically for the company of heaven to share this love and light, this peace and this harmony with all those in greatest need. And that greatest need will vary profoundly between each and every one of us on this earthly plane. And in meeting our own needs, we free ourselves from the confines of the mind, and we allow for infinite potentiality to blossom. And flower. And every flower has an incredible scent. And when we meet anybody, that love and light is accompanied with a scent and a tone. Our voices are accompanied with a tone. Our intent and aspirations are carrying specific tones. And the greater our light quotient, the greater the tones. So envisage, if you would, in any gesture that you might make toward another, that you are carrying these incredible healing harmonic tones that radiate from your eyes, your lips, your mouth, your hands, your heart, your body, and touches the souls of everyone and all life on this earthly plane. And it is a unified field that extends beyond the earthly plane. And we recognize and feel and embrace the presence of the one life. The heartbeat of the universe, the earth, the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, and humanity. And as we beat as one, we recognize the God consciousness in all. And know and allow yourself to be that expression. For we are all each God within and God without. The inner is the outer, and the outer is the inner. The beginning is the end, and the end is the beginning. It is one. It is the same. So place your attention on your crown chakra at the moment, and allow the vibration and energy that is penetrating in, through, and around all of us as we share our aspirations for love, harmony, peace, joy. And allow yourself to be filled with this divine light that will radiate through you in all that we do. Now I'm going to bring your attention back to the flower of life. And that flower of life is the structure of all that there is, because within the flower of life, we have the 5 platonic solids. The 5 platonic solids create all that there is, even within our cellular structure. And so through the activation of this session, we embrace the greatness and the humility that surrounds us all. Now just sit with that in a moment and let's do a closing breath. Where we're going to breathe in this divine prana energy and we're going to take it straight into our solar plexus. We're going to breathe in through our nose and just follow that stream filling up your solar plexus. And on the out breath, whether it's through your nose or through your mouth, just allow that amplified and magnified divine prana energy radiating through all life. And every breath we take, every moment is filled with this divine prana. And every exhale, we are radiating this divine prana to all there is. So feel free to open your eyes slowly, bring yourselves back together, bring yourselves into a grounded position. Feel yourself grounded. And so just let your mind be open. Let the expansiveness share with us what we need in order to accomplish our aspirations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Leon. That was so powerful, incredible. This is such a gift. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow. Yeah, we'd love to hear from everybody that's coming through. Amy, invite you to share.
Wow. Oh, okay. So, every time I connect with you, Leon, and I hear you speak, like fireworks happen in my brain, kind of like that image behind you. So I was back there at the Toltec Mounds with you, and what I saw was, as you were talking and as you were explaining this drawing, and as it was unfolding, as the sides of the pyramid were coming down and we were looking at it like that, I saw that there are other structures around Earth that have been set up energetically. And I counted 27 points. And when I looked at it from like a higher view, it looked like a spiral, like the points formed a spiral. So as you were walking us through putting that energy into the earth, I felt like it was going to all of these 27 other structures and kind of meshing with the energy in those other structures and amplifying. So,
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, when you folks have an opportunity to review the drawing that we're going to send to you, I originally drew this in a 7-hour channel by hand with a compass and a ruler in 2011 after our visit to the Toltec Mounds. In 2013, I was guided to reconstruct this in Adobe Illustrator in layers. And there are literally hundreds of layers. And so the animation that you are going to be viewing is the structure unfolding as I was channeling the drawing.
It's so incredible.
And just allow that drawing, if it resonates with you, to meet with your higher self. Because I was told that that structure is just an incredibly powerful structure, and Amy and I have used it in many instances. And that structure, to a degree, is on one of Amy's books.
I felt the divine energy coming through when you were guiding us. Yeah, I dropped the link for the YouTube video for everybody so that you can access. What's really amazing is just like your sacred DNA keys behind us, this beautiful creation. When I looked at the flower of life, I saw the layers as well. It became 3D. So there's so much divine captured in that image that yeah, I like I said, I just think this is such a beautiful gift that you're sharing with us. That
thank you. That flower of life picture, if one takes a moment and recognizes that that drawing of the flower of life is 2D. And so whilst the entire structure of the flower of life is 61 circles, it's actually 61 spheres. So if you take a look at that picture and in your mind's eye create it in a spherical 3D structure,
oh, wow.
Magic will happen to you.
Wow.
It'll open up all sorts of channels for you.
Wow, that's amazing. You know, as I was interesting too, is like when we're doing the meditation, I felt this need to hydrate, like it's like we almost like went on this journey. So then like the need to really feel hydrated. Like I see Anna Luna drinking her water as well. So yeah, which is interesting. Anna, did you want us to share what came through for you?
Sure. Well, that image is really beautiful. So when we were inside and we were inside that sphere or pyramid, and I could see the layers folding out, but I could feel the flower of life. It's kind of hard to describe, but it felt like clicks, like little clicks, and all of those layers were connecting with parts of my energy and DNA, and it was creating like a ripple pattern inside my own body. And I feel like you were saying, Leon, that was opening up channels. It was like a key, right? It was a key, right, unlocking information, and I could feel all of that happening. So for me right now, it was like really working on my head. Like I felt tingling in my head and an expansion of my heart too. So I could feel all of those ripples happening with each little sphere.
I get goosebumps as you speak.
And here's connecting the dots, right?
Right.
Leon's company, Leon, right? His gift is called Sacred DNA Keys, and you just mentioned keys and unlocking. I was just talking about wheel, right? It's about finding the key within to unlock ourselves yesterday, right? So same thing. Do you see there's so much synchronicity happening right now, and you know what's coming